What's up guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon video. And what I thought I'd do today is give you guys a... Wait. That was a shine, because literally just this second I have found a shiny Meowth in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Shiny Alolan Meowth, I should say. That is because this video is talking about the new shiny method in Generation 7, which is going to be probably referred to as cool chaining. Now, a lot of you obviously haven't played the games yet. If you'd like to hear about this method, I'm going to give a brief overview of how it works. I will be releasing a full guide video once the games have released, when you can collect my thoughts and such. But for the moment, I'm going to give you an overview of how it works and how it might be different to previous generations. So, cool chaining is to do with a new mechanic in Sun and Moon. I should mention this video isn't really going to have any spoilers in it, so if you're just don't want to hear about story spoilers and such, then you're fine watching this video. It's just going to be the mechanics I'm going to be talking about. So mechanics. There is a new mechanic in Sun and Moon. It starts sort of cropping in when you beat the first trial. Basically, it's to do with wild Pokemon. They have the ability to call friends. This is very similar to the mechanic we've seen for the Totem Pokemon, where if you're in a Totem battle, the Totem can call an ally to come in and aid them. This can happen in wild Pokemon battles as well. Now, it can happen, it doesn't always happen at the end of every turn. Basically, it generally seems to depend on the health points of the enemy Pokemon. So, if they're lower, they are more likely to call for help, because obviously they need help if it's lower health points. And there are also a new item in the game called an Adrenaline Orb, which you can use in battle. You just go into your bag and say, use Adrenaline Orb, and it makes them more likely to call for help, basically. So that's how the mechanic works. They call them in, and then basically you're on a 2-on-1. Basically, you have two wild Pokemon, and you have your Pokemon here. Very similar to the double battles in the wild from previous games. You can't catch a Pokemon if there's two, so you have to get rid of one first. But the chain, so the call chain can carry on indefinitely, it seems. So you start off and you have one Pokemon, they call a secondary one in, so you then knock out one of those Pokemon, they then can call another one in, and can go on like that. Generally, it's not a huge issue if you're in the just generally wild battles, but if your purpose is trying to do this, i.e. you false swipe one Pokemon down to 1 health points, you've used the Adrenaline Orb, they are pretty much 75% likely to call in a wild Pokemon to help them at the end of every turn. So that's where the cool chaining comes in. So the chain consists of, wild Pokemon. So start off with one, you get another one in, you knock that one out, you're now on a chain of 1 or 2, depending on how you count it. And it's been observed by people that have played the games already, by myself. This is my 5th shiny now in Shiny Meowth. As the chain goes higher, you have a higher chance of getting a shiny Pokemon. As well as this, it also means the Pokemon further in the chain have better IVs. So at about 100, chain of 100, you have Pokemon with 4 IVs at 31, so best you can get, basically. And it also happens with hidden abilities as well. That's what I'm thinking of. So as you start going into the chain, the wild Pokemon have the sort of chance to have their hidden abilities. So for example, if you're battling against, a Meowth, a shiny Alolan Meowth, you could end up, its basic abilities are, in terms of Persian, eventually it would have Fur Cone Technician, and then Rattled is its hidden ability. So, as you go in the chain with Alolan Meowth, you might end up seeing Meowths with Rattled as their ability in battle, and that's obviously how those hidden abilities are attained in this generation. So, as I mentioned, the shiny chance goes up as you go into the chain, very similar to how chaining works normally in Diamond and Pearl, X and Y, etc., and also how the Dex Nav works in Oras. So, obviously, chaining, as it was originally called, you would walk around and you would see rustling patches of grass, and you would chain those, and eventually you get a patch of grass that sparkled. And then with the Dex Nav, it was similar. It's just you didn't see a sparkling patch. You just ended up going and finding Pokemon. And I don't think you saw a sparkling patch, did you? I can't remember. I didn't really do that much Dex Nabbing, but as you eventually got a shiny Pokemon. This works in a very similar way. The difference is to those mechanics is the fact that it's one whole battle. You don't have to sort of run around in the overworld in the grass and use repels. It's just one whole battle. So gone are the days you have to sort of stock up on super repels and max them out and end up having to spam them while you're chaining or Dex Nabbing. You just get to sit in one battle, and yeah, that's it. You sit in one battle, you knock Pokemon out, and then they come in and you just go like that, which in my opinion makes it a lot easier to do while you're doing something else. I've been training, today and yesterday basically, while I've been working on graphics and videos and such, and maybe I've lost 1 or 2 chains because I haven't been concentrating properly, but generally you can do it, and you just got to lean down every now and again, hit, fight and attack and stuff like that. So it seems to be fairly, I wouldn't say easy, but simple. There's no running about in the overworld having to buy stuff. So the only thing you have to buy is adrenaline orbs, and it's 1 per battle. You don't have to consistently use. Initially I thought, okay, so you have to use an adrenaline orb like every single turn if they don't call it in, but no. It's 1 use per battle, and for the rest of the battle, you're more likely to get Pokemon called in. So it's pretty good, and the adrenaline orbs themselves are only costing like 300 Pokédollars, so it's pretty damn cheap. And generally, as I said, the mechanic starts coming in after you beat the first trial, so you could really start doing it after that point, but you know, there are some things you want to prepare before you start this, because of course it's 1 whole battle, so generally you want to be able to first one-hit kill the enemy Pokemon, because otherwise you're going to be sat there slowly whittling them down and you're just going to be very slow to get up a chain. So if you can one-hit kill, it means the Pokemon can then call in a friend that same turn, so you can get through 1 Pokemon a turn if you're lucky. Of course they don't always call for backup, and they don't always get backup if they do call for it, so it's not 100%. So you want to be able to one-hit kill Pokemon, and obviously when we sat in this battle, you're going to have 1, maybe 2 wild Pokemon, generally not 2, just the 1, attacking you at a time. So you're going to be, want to be able to take hits pretty well. If you're a high level, really it doesn't matter. I mean, the Pokemon I'm using for this is my in-game team. They're at level 70, which means I can just take hits like nobody's business, especially if I'm training low-level Pokemon, so I don't have to worry too much. Of course, once I get to training higher levels, I will have to start thinking about, okay, maybe I need to recover, or you can even use, potions and items. It doesn't matter. As I said, that some turns there will be no new Pokemon coming in, so you have to do nothing for a turn. So your options are switch out, use a status move that doesn't do any damage, or just heal yourself. And obviously sometimes you would have to, sometimes you won't. So it really is not huge. You don't have to craft a specific team to be able to do this. You can do it with generally any team. As I said, use a main game team here. You just want a False Swiper so you can get Pokemon down to 1 health points, and then obviously as you further on in the battle, you want to switch that. So you start off with your initial Pokemon, you False Swipe them down, but then later on you want to kill that Pokemon and False Swipe another one. So you sort of switch over, because PP drain is a thing. The chains we're looking at are about 100, maybe a bit more, and obviously not every Pokemon has 100 PP, and not many do. So you will have to watch PP carefully, otherwise that one Pokemon that's sitting on 1 health points is eventually going to run out of moves, and they're going to struggle, and then because they're on 1 health points, they're going to kill themselves, and then the battle ends and you lose your chain. So that's the only thing to look at really here. It's the only hard thing to do with the cool chaining method. We haven't really seen any other methods of shiny hunting come up so far. There might be a few more hidden away in the cracks of the game, but generally cool chaining can be done on any Pokemon. So you can do it in grass, you can do it with fishing as well, so maybe chain fishing has gone away to the wayside, and it's been replaced by this new mechanic, of course. So you just fish up a Pokemon and you can carry on the same thing. Surfing works fine, caves are fine, everything's fine. So before, obviously, yes, maybe you could use the Dex now, I believe, in a cave, but you couldn't do it chaining in Doe in a cave. So you've got everything in there. Basically, the only time you can't chain is a legendary battle or a totem battle. Every other wild battle is chainable, basically, for the most part, at least. So yeah, that's sort of the overview of cool chaining, as I suppose it's going to be called. Let me know what you think down below. Are you going to be doing a lot of shiny hunting in when you get the games? Are you going to wait until you've finished the main game and then start hunting for shinies, or are you going to do it as part of your playthrough and get some shiny Pokemon to use? Let me know down below. And obviously all these images you've seen in the video, yes, I haven't had footage for you to look at, but the images are all of shiny Pokemon I have caught in Sun and Moon over the last basically day. I started yesterday at midday, and I've gotten 5 shinies in that time, and I could have probably gotten more if I hadn't lost 1 or 2 chains that I missed. But this is it for me for today. So if you're really hyped to see and sort of explore this new method and get some shiny Pokemon, let me know down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video too, and of course wait for that cool chaining guide that will be coming out hopefully about a week or so after launch of the games. But for now, this is going to be for today, so I shall see you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friend.